Hi guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on Scratch programming. So let's get started. Well, before I get started, don't forget to check out my projects on Scratch, and don't forget to heart them and star them, and also follow me on Scratch, Rainbow Count 2468. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So let's get on with the tutorial. So first, we're going to delete this cat sprite because we don't need that. And we're going to paint a new sprite. So I'm going to make a cake maker game in this video. So first, what I'm going to do is draw a simple cake like this. It can be a simple rectangle with circle on top like this. Okay, so that is our cake. Okay, so now we are going to create a new sprite. This is going to be a button. So we're going to type cake on the button like so. Now we're going to place this button on the edge. Now we can make more flavors of cake. The first one is going to be vanilla flavored like so, and then we can create more flavors of cake by duplicating the costume and changing the color. So I'll make more flavors and I'll be right back. Like so. So I have created 5 costumes with different flavors of cake. Now when we click on the cake button, I want all the flavors to appear. And when we click on a flavor, I want the cake flavor to change. Okay, so now we need to create a new sprite. This is going to be all the flavor panels of the cake. Okay, so I'm going to color it white like this. And now I'm going to type cake flavors on top. Just like this. Now create circles for each flavor. So this is going to be the strawberry flavor. Now blueberry, or we can just copy paste this like so and create different circles and change the color for each circle to get different flavors, just like this. Okay, and now we are going to keep it right there. Okay, now when clicked, we want this to hide. Okay, so when clicked, hide. Okay, so when we click on the green flag, it's going to hide, and when clicked, we want this to show. Okay, yeah, now when we click on this, we want this to show. So we're going to bring in when the sprite clicked. Okay, now we want this to broadcast a message to the other sprites. Okay, so we're going to type cake. Now this sprite, when we click on the sprite, it's going to broadcast a message called cake. And when this sprite receives that message cake, I want it to show. Okay, so show. Now when we click, this is going to hide, and when we click on this, it's going to broadcast a message cake, and when this sprite receives that message, it's going to show just like this. So let's try it. So I'm going to click on this. See, it shows like that. Okay, yes, we can actually make the flavors separate sprites. So yeah, so I'm going to make separate circles for the flavors like this. So instead of putting the flavors here, we can erase this, just paint over it like so. Okay, and make the flavors separate so that we can change the flavor of the cake. So when we click on this sprite, we want the flavor of the cake to become strawberry. For that, we need to make separate sprites of the flavors. So we're going to duplicate this and make more cake flavors like so. Now when we click on each of these sprites, we want the flavor of the cake to change. Okay, so for that we also need to use broadcast. So we're going to go to this first cake flavor, and we're going to do when clicked hide. Okay, so we want both the flavors and this panel to show at the same time. So when I receive cake, we want these to show. So when clicked hide, and when I receive cake show. So when clicked, this sprite is going to hide, and when we click on the cake, it's going to show like this. Now we're going to do the same thing to all the sprites. So we can just drag it and drop it like this and put it to all these sprites. Just like this. We can drag and drop it. Okay. Now when we click, everything is going to hide, and when we click on the cake button, all these are going to show. Now when we click on the first flavor, we want the cake's color to change. So how do we do this? We have to use broadcast. So when the sprite clicks, we want it to broadcast a new message. Let's put the message as pink. Okay, so when the sprite clicked, we wanted to broadcast the message pink. Okay, and when the cake receives that message pink, we want the flavor to change. Since we made costumes, we can simply change the costume of the cake to costume 2. Costume 2 is the pink flavor. So switch costume to costume 2. So when the sprite clicked, it will broadcast the message pink, and when the cake receives that message pink, it's going to switch the costume to costume 2. Okay? So when we click on cake button, all the flavors are going to appear, and when we click on the pink flavor, it's going to change into pink. Okay? So now we have to do the same code for all of these sprites. Changing the broadcast message. This is going to be blue. Okay? And this is going to be white. Just like that. We're going to change the message of all these sprites just like this. Okay, so this is going to be brown, and this one is going to be, when the sprite clicked, broadcast purple. Now go to the cake sprite, and when I receive all these messages, blue, brown, purple and white, we want the flavor to change. Now when I receive blue, look at the costume is 5. Okay, so switch costume to costume 5. Okay, and when I receive brown, switch costume to costume 3. So we're going to place it like this, switch costume to costume 3, and we're going to do the same to all of them. Okay, so purple is costume 4, as you can see. And now let's do the white flavor, which is vanilla. Switch costume to costume 1. Now let's see it work. Okay, so when we click, it's going to be like this, and when we click on the cake button, all the flavors are going to appear. Now when we click on the pink button, the cake is going to change into pink flavor. When we click on the white button, it's going to be vanilla flavor. Purple, blue and brown. Yes. Now we can add more costumes and more flavors. We can also make more buttons like toppings, cream, and then we can do cake toppings, cake cream, panels, and add more buttons like this and do the same code, and we can make our cake game. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you want to see the full game, I'll be uploading it in Scratch soon, RainbowCon 2468. So don't forget to check out the full game when I'm finished. That's it guys. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe and like. Bye guys.